Hello, I realized that it'd probably be helpful for you to see how the calculator buttons work a little more in detail. So in my in-school class, I'd be going around and making sure everybody can use the calculator properly. I was relying on people asking me for help if needed, but I'm going to start including the calculator work. I've got some programs installed here that work well for that. So I'll show you the calculations for this first one here and 24. And so obviously you need to do 10 and 24, and I'm going to show you two ways, okay? So the way I've been doing it on the calculator, I've been talking about it, is you do 10 of 24 and then hit enter. And that would give you that 0.445 number. And then, of course, I just multiply both sides by 15 so that the calculation would look like that for that question. That would give you that 6.678, which rounded to 6.68. If you were using a sort of older style calculator, it's not direct algebraic logic. So this one I just did was direct algebraic logic because the order you write it in on a page is this, right? 10 of 24. And so it shows like that on the screen. This other calculator, this one here, isn't direct algebraic logic. And so for it, by the way here, I need to do 10 of 24 still, but the way you do it on this calculation, you do 24, and then boom, you do 10 of that button there. It gives a lot of decimals of that value. And yeah, multiply that by 15, and then you get, because it's multiplied by 15 both sides, right? So there's your 6.678, so on and so on, rounded to 6.68. All right, so that is the two ways of going about that process. And then we should also go through the solving for the angle process. So for this one here, we have 10 of theta equals the 6.68. Not really doing why that looks like that, just go through the lesson if you need to. The part right here about the doing tan inverse stuff, right? So nothing happens on the calculator here. You just, on the page, show that you're solving for theta. It's this right here that we have to look at how to do. So again, with the direct algebraic logic that I kind of prefer, because it's how it looks like on a page, you're doing tan inverse. So second tan. Do that again. If you watch the button shows, the second, sort of see that there. Second button, the yellow one, and then tan. So it pulls up tan inverse or tan -1. And then you put in that 2.245 number. Right? And the more decimals you keep, the better, but this is going to give that 66 degrees, 5.99 rounds. If you wanted to do more decimals, you could do 15 without having to write them down and so on. I suppose because we're working with a 6.68 number, we're not really getting a ton more actual accuracy or precision. But anyways, there's that number there, and then you could say tan inverse, and then there's an answer button hidden above the little negative button at the bottom. So second answer, boom. So answer buttons, previous answer buttons on calculators are pretty handy for that. You don't have to type in as many numbers, and you could keep lots and not have to type so much in. So that's the direct algebraic logic version of it. And then the not direct algebraic logic version, you need to do tan inverse of the 2.245, right? So 2.245. And then we need to do this one. I didn't actually do this out on this one. It's the process in this one. Gonna check this in advance here. Probably this one here. So that little arrow. Right, that little arrow there, I'll circle it with the mouse. Usually they would say INV or second or shift. And so that's the one there, the shift. Turned that into an inverse button, right? So now I do 10 inverse, it gives that same number, 65.99. All right, so that is a little boost on how to do the calculator work if you need it. I'll post this video and this lesson and then the current one and whatever. Yeah, so you get some help if needed. All right, so that's it for now.